Hi, welcome to Erica Makes and Crafts. Today I'm going to be doing a whip and chat with you guys. I am currently working on Adirondack Chairs by Greg Giordano. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. That's it right there. This is a 37.8 by 27.6 inch or 95.8 by 69.9 centimeter kit. It is a very large kit. I'm doing it for my father for Father's Day. I decided to start it now in case I get about halfway through and need a little break. But I'm enjoying it so far, so my goal is to just continue working on it as long as I feel interested in it. I've currently done about 1.5 rows. I'm gonna move the table a little bit. It shouldn't. All right. This is the kit image that I'm working on. My dad picked it out. His parents, for a very long time, had a log cabin on a lake, and they always had 2 Adirondack chairs on their back deck looking over the lake. So for me, this reminds me of his parents. I think he picked it out just because he likes landscapes. But that's what it's gonna be. And I'm currently just about right here, right in here is where I'm currently at. So I've done this little row and I've worked up to the boat. I'm going to be using my Yellow Dog Designs tray, the Hello Spring tray. I really love this tray. I like that it's got the two-tone white bottom. I love that it's kind of this periwinkle purple with a blue glitter kind of shift to it. I just love this tray. Ever since I've gotten it, it's been the only tray I've been using. From Shimmering Canvases, I ordered their November pen box, and this is the pen that came with it. I couldn't have been happier with a pen. This is definitely blues, purples, and pinks is my go-to favorite colorway. So for me, this is a perfect pen. In the multi-placer from Pure Bliss Wax Co., I'm using More Booze Please. They're Diamond Daughter Dot Putty in the scent More Booze Please. It was a Halloween release scent, but it's kind of florally, I think. And then from Vanda's Crafty Corner, her scented wax in the scent Sea Breeze. I also have some of her super sticky, but this is just her regular scented wax. All right, so I have a new camera setup. So I'm going to be coming in from the side here instead of from the bottom. But I have you guys angled so that you can see the image correctly instead of seeing the image from the side. I have started a little bit. It has been a very long time since I've done a whip and chat. I hurt my back in September. In fact, I know the exact date. It was September 17th. And I know that because it was a birthday of someone in my family. And when I originally hurt my back for a good week or so there, I couldn't even diamond paint. And then when I could, it was at a different setup that wasn't as easy for me to film, which is part of the reason why I got this new camera setup, because I'm still enjoying diamond painting at the setup that I found after I hurt my back. I find it works for me better in general. So I needed to come up with a way to film. And I think this is going to work, even though it's even though I'm coming in sideways. I think it'll work for filming. But it took me a minute. 2025 kind of really hit me. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my best year. It just kind of felt like one thing after another, and it did kind of affect me mentally. I did kind of have a low moment there. I think hurting my back was kind of, you know, the tipping point there. I didn't realize I was getting depressed, but I was. And I'm just now starting to come out of it, which I'm grateful for, but I'm trying to be on a no-buy. I did a lot of purchases last year. I was trying not to, but I learned that I am an emotional buyer, and my stash grew significantly. But I am proud of myself. For Christmas, I completed 5 different Christmas kits. I tried to get post reviews up. I've still got 2 that I need to film for you guys. One was a gift to my grandmother, and I don't think she's hung it up on her wall yet, so I might be able to borrow it. If not, I can insert pictures. But I finished Christmas Bouquet from Dreamer Designs for my grandmother for Christmas, and I also finished my Cup of Bee from Muni Made. And I won't share my thoughts. I'll save that for the post-review video. But I was really pleased with myself because I love Christmas, and I always purchase Christmas kits every year for the new releases and stuff. And it was just nice to be able to move 5 out of my stash to make room for 5 new ones. I did not purchase the Margaret Morales kit that was released this Saturday. I did put it in my wish list and signed up for restock notifications though. But I'm trying really hard not to purchase. I did do the Christmas Eve mystery box. I saw all the Black Friday mystery box get delivered to people and watch the unboxing of those, and they all dropped. I gotta get those, and made me wanna get a mystery box, so we'll see what's in there. It's due to get delivered soon. I will show you guys when I get it what I got. But I really want to focus more, I think, on doing post reviews this year. I don't mean to be sad or bring people down, but I'm going to talk about pet loss. One of my guinea pigs ended up passing away on Christmas morning. I found him, Bo. He was my senior pig. He was 6 years old, 6.5, and it wasn't unexpected. It was more sudden than I had anticipated, but it also wasn't unexpected. So, but I had been thinking if I wanted to get another guinea pig, but I ultimately decided that right now 2 is good for me. I have Nugget and I have Fudge Ripple. And so I took down Bo's cage, and I used the giant CNC cages for my guinea pigs, so I used the really big ones. So taking down his cage created a lot of space for me. It was hard. It took me over 2 weeks to do it, but I did. I took down his cage, and I have decided to reorganize my craft room to make it more available for diamond painting storage. Because right now my diamond paintings are being stored kind of all over my apartment, and I would like them to be more one room focused. And unfortunately I do have a pretty decent stash, so I need more space, which is why I'm kind of going on a no-buy at the moment. I don't really have much more room for new ones. And I know, and I'm not stash shaming anybody. I know some people will rent storage. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get so many I have to do that, I should say. I don't want to have to do that. So I'm trying to be on a no-buy until I can get through some of my diamond paintings. And one nice thing about reorganizing my stash, or about moving my stash around, is that I'm able to see what I have and realize what I want to work on with what I've got. And I still have some of the very first kits I ever purchased back in 2019. I've got 2 more left from that period, and I'm gonna do at least one this year. Back in 2019, I bought 4 kits. I bought Willow by Hannah Lynn. I bought Angie and Oliver by Hannah Lynn. And I did Angie and Oliver last year. I did Willow. I got Willow framed. And let's see. I've got Melinda and Moohoo. I'm thinking of doing Melinda and Moohoo this year. And I've got, I think it's called Fire and Ice by JoJo's Art. Those are my oldest kits. Melinda and Moohoo and Fire and Ice are my oldest kits in my stash, and I want to do at least one of them. This year, I would like to see if I can get them both done. I had been looking, and realized I've got a decent amount of older boxes. More than I realized I did. So I want to get through some of my older kits. I've got some of the random large boxes. When Diamond Art Club was first changing up their boxes, they had some larger ones because they had like a table kind of insert over the canvas to prevent it from getting crushed. I still have some of those, and getting those out of my stash would make more room, so I'm gonna try and get a couple of those done. A couple of them are Puffy Gator kits, and they're a pretty decent size, meaning not too large. So I can get those out of the way. One is my Margaret Morales Hades and Persephone's kit. I'm thinking of doing that this year. I love Margaret Morales. I'm very proud of my willpower to say no to the new release this week. It sold out quickly, and I'm actually really happy for that because I didn't get tempted. But Hades and Persephone I might do this year around Halloween or in the autumn. And that is just because the boxes are large. I mean, I like the kits. That's why I bought them. It's not just because, like, I bought them because I liked them. One of the reasons why I'm prioritizing doing them this year is because the boxes are large. And then I also have a Cancer kitten, the Zodiac kittens, the Cancer one, because one of my nieces is a Cancer. That's a large box, but I'm gonna wait and do that until the Virgo gets dropped because my other niece is a Virgo, and I want to do them at the same time to gift them to them at the same time. I just noticed I missed a whole section of this color down here, but I want to do them at the same time to gift them to them at the same time, so there's no fighting or back and forth or how come she got that and I didn't kind of a thing. It's just easier. I have the Eau Claire Studio Virgo and Cancer, but I am waiting for my younger niece to be a little bit older to do those, to gift those to them, because I know their mother and I understand and appreciate her having this feeling, but she doesn't like them to, she wants to keep them young. Things that are a little bit more mature, she likes to wait till it's more age appropriate. And ultimately I agree. And they get so much thrown at them, children in general, but girls specifically, I was a girl, so get so much stuff thrown at them at such a young age. But anyways, when probably around the age of 12 or 13 for the young one, my younger niece, I will do the Eau Claire Studio ones and gift it to them. They're zodiac signs. My mother loved the kits I got her for Christmas. The diamond dot kit that she bought for me for Christmas last year, Mother Bear and Cub. She loved that. And the one I got from Mystical Diamonds, the pumpkins. Both of those are in the same post review. She really loved that. They're both already hanging up on her wall. So my mother's living room is becoming a gallery of my diamond paintings. I think she has more hanging up on her walls than I do my own at this point. My friend and I went out for dinner last night, which is nice. We hadn't gotten together in a little while. And it's always nice to hang out with her. Before Christmas, she and I took my grandmother out for lunch and then did a little shopping with her. At this point in time, my grandmother's mostly out and about in a wheelchair. It's not that she can't walk, it's that she doesn't have the endurance to walk around a store. So in order for her to do all the shopping that she wants to do, she needs to be pushed in a wheelchair. And so there really needed to be two of us. I had to push my grandmother around, and then my friend held the carts and stuff for my grandmother while my grandmother picked out what she wanted. And that was like the best day for my grandma. She loved getting out and going somewhere different. My grandfather is a creature of habit, and he really only likes to go to the same places over and over and over and over. And my grandmother likes to try new things. So we took her to Panera Bread. That was her choice. That was where she wanted to go. And then we went shopping. We went to our local Home Goods and the paper store. And my grandmother found things at both places, and she had a wonderful day. And I'm so grateful for my friend for helping make that happen. I got a virus of some kind right before Christmas, of course. I tend to always get sick right before Christmas or right around Christmas. But it wasn't. It was just some kind of cold virus because I got tested. I take sicknesses very seriously where I work out in the community doing home care, and where I also help with my grandparents and my parents. I don't want to get my parents sick either. But it just meant I wasn't able to do a lot of the helping that I normally do for my grandmother. My dad had to get their tree down for her and help her set it up, and my dad didn't know. It's super easy. They have a tree that it slides onto a little pole, and then you put the pole in this wooden box. So it's 3 pieces. You have the tree, you have the base that's weighted, and then you have the little box thing that you put the weighted base in inside of. And I leave it fully decorated. I just slide a big, large trash bag over it to keep it, safe from dust or anything that, anything. And but my dad, he didn't know where it was or anything like that, so he was kind of, my dad, I love him very much, but he can be a little bit like, well, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. And so I walked him through it. And then when I put it away, I showed my brother how I put it away. So he, you know, because it's not complicated, but I told him, I go, I have no problem doing it, but in case I'm sick again and I'm unable to do it, I just want, I want there to be multiple people who know, so it's not some big secret. Because my grandmother didn't end up getting her Christmas tree put up until Christmas Eve this year. I kept hoping I'd be well, but I wasn't. And I was working. So I had to work Christmas this year. So it was just, I was tired. And my dad put up the tree this year for my grandma. And we took it down on the 10th. I think it's Saturday the 10th, if I did my numbers correctly in my head. But anyways, we took it down, and my grandma, usually she doesn't like it up long after Christmas, but I think because she got it up so late, she didn't mind having it up for a couple of weeks into the new year. My brother, my older niece, and I have started doing Dungeons and Dragons together on Tuesdays. It's been super fun. My brother is the dungeon master. My niece is a elf rogue named Lorea. The great, the awesome, the everything. She's got a whole slew of different titles. And I play a halfling cleric named Nada. And there's a human warrior named Deldar, who is a side companion character. She and I get to decide what he does and stuff like that, just for there to be a third player. And my brother is the kind of the quest leader, the dungeon master. He is the one that guides the quests and stuff like that. And it's been really fun. I know she really loves it. I think part of why she loves it is the one-on-one nature of it. It's something she gets to do with her dad and I. That's, you know, separate from her sister. Her sister is a love. I love both my nieces so very dearly, but my younger niece can kind of be a show stealer. She likes to be the center of attention. And my older niece is more passive in nature. So you can tell she wants to be talking or people paying attention to her, but she doesn't put up much of a fight to get the attention. I am not explaining that as well as I want to be. She likes not having to compete for the attention, I guess, is how I should word that. And it's a thing that she does with her dad and I. And we hadn't done it for a couple of weeks around the holidays, and then she started up basketball, and basketball practice was on Tuesday, and we do it on Tuesdays. But I guess this week basketball practice is on Monday, so her Tuesday is free again. So she was there when her dad and I took down her Gigi's tree. So she asked me if I would be available for Dungeons and Dragons this week, and I said I would be. I hope my brother remembers to remind me. I unfortunately can be very heavily reliant on his reminders. But I'm kind of bouncing around topics. I'm going back to my craft / guinea pig room. I am very happy to be organizing that. The disorganized chaos has kind of been adding to my cluttered mind. It feels good to get that done and to have it done. And to free up space where my diamond paintings have been stored. It just feels good. My friend is almost finished Prideful Pear. When she finishes that, I'll have her send me a picture so I can show you. And because she did a lot of special drills. She has not been afraid of special drills. She blinged up the background. The background in that is like big clusters of colors. I liken it to kind of like tile work. And then there's a white color that kind of runs between the big clusters of color. And it was rendered white, but she put white ABs there. And I know her other painting that she's still working on by Jody Bergsma, the moon she made glow in the dark. It took me a long time to play around with the special drills. So, actually, talking about special drills, made me think of something I wanted to share with you guys. This pen I'm using currently came from the Shimmering Canvases mystery box for November. I signed up for the monthly subscription. And I'm only saying this because I was very pleased with the customer service that I got. But I signed up for the monthly subscription back in September. And I noticed that I got charged for October before I received a box in September. So I reached out to her and she said it was on the way. And then she informed me when it got lost in the mail. She picked that up before I did. Sent me out a new one. I reached out to her again because the November, monthly charge was coming up. And at that point in time, I hadn't received either of the 2 months that I had purchased. And I couldn't put it on hold, but I could cancel. So I canceled. And then I ended up getting the August box, no, not the August, the October box and the November box. And then I realized after that there was an option for monthly purchases instead of a subscription purchase. You could just purchase the month's box. And I'm thinking that probably had something to do with me and the issues that she was having with my orders. But so I didn't purchase the December month subscription box, but I did purchase the January one. My goal is to show you guys my unboxing of it. But I've been very pleased with them. Since I discovered shimmering canvases, I haven't purchased any other company's pens. I just keep purchasing pens from her because I really love her pens. And I was really excited when she was doing a monthly subscription box because it was also including special drills and stuff like that. And I want to get into blinging up my kits. I have a couple of them. So anyways, every time I reached out to her, she was responsive. You know, I purchased 2 boxes. I got 2 boxes. I was really impressed with her customer service. And, you know, enough that I purchased another mystery box. So I just wanted to, I like to share that stuff about small shops that do things right. Honestly, I've never had any bad luck with a small shop, so I've been lucky there. If I've had an issue, they've all been really responsive about it. So, and, you know, helped solve the problem in a timely manner. So, I've been very lucky there. I was thinking about doing a year in review, but a lot of the kits I don't have anymore because I gifted them, and some of them I will never have access to because I gifted them to people that aren't in my life anymore. So I decided not to. But I'm thinking this year I might, at the end, I should say next year, I might do a 2026 year in review. The only kit as of right now, well, this one, I'm going to gift to my dad for Father's Day, but I will have access for that. And my sister-in-law does not watch these, so I can safely say without fear of her getting a spoiler, next year, because her birthday is January 4th, so she's literally just had her birthday. Next year, I am going to do, because I just purchased from Dreamer Designs, from Alyssa Kari, I think that's how she pronounces it, I could be wrong. There's a overseas, ships from overseas kit, so it's a smaller size kit, which I think is going to be better for her finding a place for it in general. But it's tulips. It's tulips. I can't remember the name of it, but when I get it, I'll show you guys. Especially when I do it. But it looks like watercolor, and it's tulips, and it's really pretty, and tulips are her favorite flower, and I think it's something that she would hang in the house. somewhere. I think that it's something she would really enjoy. And so that's what I'm gonna do for my sister-in-law next year for her birthday. And those are the only 2 kits that I'm aware of right now off the top of my head that I'm gonna do as gifts. And where her birthday is into January, I think I'll be safe to film it before I gift it to her. Even if I just film that little segment of it before I gift it to her, I think I'll be safe. So, you know, I didn't get around to doing a year in review this year, but look for one next year, I guess. I've also decided that when Song of Artemis by Margaret Morales comes back in stock, I think I'm going to repurchase it. The one I have in my stash has been pinked. It's got the pink lines in it, and it's a round kit, and it's very light colored, and I've been going round and round in my head, not needing to repurchase it. I don't need to purchase the same kit twice. That I really just want a good render of it. I don't want to have to work on it with the pink lines. So I've decided that I've given myself permission to purchase that one a second time. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the kit that I have. Of course, I could offer it to my friend. But I don't know. She might want it. But I would give it to her because it's been pinked. I would not feel that it's fair to charge someone for that. But I'm not going to do anything with it until I get a new one. So I got the okay from my workplace health doctor to start walking again. I have gained weight since I hurt my back because I've been pretty stagnant. But I did get the okay to start walking again, and now it's like, where do I walk? I live in Maine, and so the sidewalks are icy and snowy this time of year. Every other time of year, walking's fun and fine, but this time of year it's kind of dangerous, so I might have to find like a walk along kind of exercise at home I can do. But before I do Zumba again, you know, she wants me to try walking and see how that makes my back feel. So, you know, that's a positive. Now I've just got to do it. So my goal is this weekend to figure out some way to get, you know, the walking activity in to test my back. I am surprised sometimes by the kits I enjoy doing, but I am enjoying this kit. I've never considered myself a landscape person, but I am happy that I'm enjoying doing it for my dad so far. It's a Father's Day gift, so I've got till June. part of, I know I said at the beginning, but part of why I started it so early is in case when I get halfway done, I need to work on something else. And I've already got that lined up. I did right before the end of December, I did my cup of bee, and that is a small kit from Uni Made by Cute But Weird, and I love that artwork. I will do a post review of it, but I will say that it is very brown and orange heavy, like tans and oranges, very heavy in that color palette. And that color palette is not my jam. And I was thinking, oh, it's a small kit, like it won't be a problem for me. Oh, I got so burnt out on that. I got so burnt out on that little kit. I felt bad. There's a glare. I'm trying to count. Okay. I felt bad that I got burnt out on such a small kit. And the post review of Pug and Smoothie will go up too, but after I finished that, I had to do something before I jumped into this one. So I decided to do Pug and Smoothie, and I can't remember the artist's name, but it'll go up on the post review. And loved it. I breezed right through that. Finished that one super quick. So I also have by the same artist, Pug and Smoothie was a partial kit, and it was a round kit. I have by the same artist, Cat and Cupcake. It's a partial, that one's a square. And the whole point of me getting those two is I wanted to frame them and hang them up in my kitchen. This one's a pug with a rainbow smoothie, and one's a kitten with rainbow cupcakes, and they're just cute and adorable, and I thought that they worked well as kind of a pair. So I have Cat and Cupcake, or Kitten and Cupcake, now I'm second guessing myself, lined up to go if I need to do a little bit something different at halfway. I've got that lined up to go. Or if I cruise through and finish this, I've got that lined up to go after. Just as a little pick-me-up, because I learned after doing my cup of bee that I needed a little pick-me-up. Most of the time I have a good grasp on kits that I'll enjoy doing, and the reason why I waited so long to purchase my cup of bee was the color palette, but ultimately I thought it's a small one, like it won't be that bad. But I don't like oranges and browns. I just don't. So, and there was no like redeeming colors in it for me personally. I realize there's probably lots of people that is their color palette, and you know, you have, like, everyone has every right to enjoy what they enjoy. Like this one for me, I think one of the reasons why I am enjoying it as much as I am is the way I am working on it. Each row ends with the sky, and the sky is different shades of blues, blue grays, some periwinkles. It's my happy place. It's my joy. So I end each row on my joy. And you know, I work my way to my joy, kind of like, and it's working for me. But for, like, I guess I'm shocked that such a small kit got to me the way it did, but it did. but a beautiful kit. And I'll do the post review and you'll see it. Yeah. So anyways, it's really important, I've learned, to have a comfort kit lined up when you need one. And fortunately, I've got them, so I've got a couple of them. And then I'll work on a kit like this one that I think I won't enjoy as much, and I enjoy it. So I still surprise myself with what I like, and I should say what I like working on. I can love an artwork and acknowledge that I don't like working on that artwork. I love the artwork for my cup of bee. Love it completely. It was just the colors. Alrighty, you guys, I see that we are coming up to the hour mark, so I think I will end it here. I know it has been a while, so if you made it all the way to the end, I greatly appreciate you. I thank you so much. These are going to start being a more regular occurrence again. I enjoy doing them. I missed doing them. I'm glad that I feel good again, you know, physically and mentally. So, you know, look for these, again, these WIP and chats. And, you know, I appreciate all of you, but, you know, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.